Hi again. I'm going to perform this lesson without you being with me. So here's someone who doesn't care about someone else, someone who is neglective, he is indifferent, he neglects someone, he is disinterested in someone's performance, he is uninvolved and too busy to care, don't show interest. ثم كلهم sont, these are all expressions to talk about someone who does not care about someone else. Okay, so أنا قلنا too busy to care, too young to rely on himself. Deja, I gave you an example here. يعني it's a negative form here. يعني il est tellement jeune qu'il peut pas معناتها ينجمش يعمل على روحه. Il peut pas être responsabilisé. Alors, he's too young to rely on himself. عندنا de l'autre côté versus. حاطين هنا versus means does not mean opposite. هنا it means that يعني de l'autre sens معناتها هنا he is old enough to rely on himself. سافا يعني هو إنسان نجم نعملوا عليه, he is mature. هنا هي too young to rely on himself. Okay. Now on the other part here, there is an interested person, an interested parent, involved parent, a caring parent, not careful. Careful يعني someone who منتبه, لكن هنا نحكي someone who cares about you, who takes care of your affairs. They give a push in the right direction. So هنا these كي نقولوا they give a push in the right direction, it's something positive because we cannot say حاجة خايبة when your parents help you with private teachers for you, they buy books, etc. On the other hand, there is someone we call a pushy person. That's a pushy person. It's a negative. يعني someone who pushes so much. Okay, so to be pushy هنا ديجا قلت لكم هنا it's to overdo. when you أي حاجة when أي verb put over protect ولا over protective ولا overdo or over say, يعني هنا you exaggerate. نقولوا exaggerate يعني تطنبوا تفرطوا, فما إفراط في الشيء. So هنا the parents should be, this is my point of view, they should be really caring, okay, about the children's education by checking with the child's teachers. So parents has a role to play in his son's or daughter's education. So by checking with the teachers, supervise the child's performance at school. Supervise يعني يراقبوا. So they supervise the performance at school. To perform well, it's to have good grades. To perform badly, to have poor grades. Okay. So the grades, that's why we say احنا ديما نذكروا بعضنا ونقولوا grades are to assess. Grades are to assess, not to depress. يعني هنا جاي من كلمة depression, la dépression. alors إنه العداد باش يقيمونا مش باش يعملونا depression. Okay. Now if you label the pictures with the right words, here we've got these parents don't help their daughter in doing her homework. Okay. So شفتوا بربي الولاد هنا just نعطيكم من remarque نقولوا in plus ing form in doing, وإلا with her homework. إذا ما عندناش verb نقولوا with her homework. Okay. So these parents don't help, they are نرجع لهنا نقولوا they are careless or they are indifferent. Okay, so these parents are indifferent. This mother, if you look at the picture here, this mother cares about her daughter's school results. She is involved, she is caring, she is interested, she is here pushy, let's say pushy, no, because هنا pushy قلنا إلى un sens negative. هكا قلنا she is interested ولا she is involved ولا she shows interest in her child's education. So you are going to circle the right answer. Involved means parents means interested parents or disinterested parents. So here involved means interested parents. Now you complete these two sentences with these three words: impact, performance, and difference. احنا قلنا difference here noun from to differ from different adjective. Performance is a noun form to perform well, okay, to do well at school. Impact means the impact means influence, okay. So nobody can deny the influence of the parents on their children's school life. Impact means influence. يعني there is an influence on someone. So being an involved parent makes a difference. يعني هنا there is a difference between those pupils whose parents are involved and those pupils whose parents are not involved. It makes a big impact on kids. So we have impact or influence. déjà نطلعوها ديما on. So this preposition on goes with it goes with impact, okay, and their school on kids and their school performance. The school performance. Okay, so now classify the utterances into the table below. So we have parents are involved and parents are uninterested. So I wished you could be with me, helping me with this boring routine, okay, but yeah, let's say, yeah, when you say children have better school results, when children have better school results, it means when parents are involved, of course, okay. When we have children will be negative about school. When children will be negative about school, it means when parents are not interested, they can show negativity. They can just fear school. They don't like school. They are afraid of going to school. Okay. Children will be absent very often. So you know that when there is no, what's a noun form of supervise? Noun form of supervise. I wish I could yeah, make a table here. Insertion. Yeah, نقولوا احنا what is the word here we said? Yeah, supervise. It's a verb here. These are the verbs. This verb, noun, and adjective. So we said the verb supervise. Supervise. The noun is the supervision. The noun supervision. Supervising here, no need. It's not a very common. We put only common adjectives. So that's why your children will be absent very often when the parents don't supervise, where there is a lack of supervision. Manque de supervision. Yeah, children will be encouraged to study and work hard. So I think you agree with me that when parents interfere, so their kids will be encouraged. It's a kind of encouragement. Okay, so encourage is a verb. Encourage is a verb. Noun encouragement. Encouragement. Okay, and then the adjective encouraged. Encourager, hein? Encouraged or encouraging. Okay, so let's say, what do we say about encouraging? It is something encouraging. Parents' supervision or parents' interest is encouraging. The opposite of encourage is the opposite of encourage is to discourage. So when parents don't discourage their children, when the parents don't praise their kids, they don't just show them interest, so they are going to be discouraged and no longer want to make any effort to study and work hard. Okay, it makes a difference in child's life, of course. So when you have copier here, those interested parents makes a difference in their child's life. It has good impact on children and their school. When parents are involved, of course, it has a good impact. قلنا impact means influence on the children at their school. We children will often have their homework done, so that's why parents, teachers always go to report if the child or the kid or the pupil does not do his homework very often. So they go to a parent to just tell him or her about what's going on, so that the parent is going to supervise his children's or child's homework. Okay, children will fail at school. Yeah, here when children fail at school when parents are not interested, when they are disinterested, of course. Okay, so where is it? Children will often neglect their homework. Ils vont négliger, neglect their homework when parents don't show any interest. Because you know why? Because they don't have the prior knowledge. They are not mature. ما همش واعيين. They are not responsible. So if they see that their parents don't care, they don't say, no, I should care about myself because this is my future, my career. On the opposite, they just appreciate this and then live their life without caring, and then they will feel guilty and will feel unhappy by the end. So children will attend school regularly. Yeah, this is when parents show interest, of course. Yeah, okay. Children will not likely will not likely graduate and go to higher education. So they will stop at school, okay, and then no high school, no graduation when parents don't show interest. Yeah, children will not communicate with their parents, so communication is a very interesting. Is very interesting with when it comes to everything. Okay, any problem can be solved by communication. Children will be motivated to graduate and go to university, so that's motivation. motivation means la motivation يعني والله نسيتها بالعربي. Il est motivé يعني I don't know, someone who is motivated, someone who is eager to do something. He does something willingly, he's happy to do it. There's a great motivation. Sometimes when think about the future, we can think of having good results, having good job, having lots of money, buying their own car. That's motivating. And that's a kind of encouragement from the parents to motivate their children. Children will be discouraged to work hard and do well at school. As we said, opposite of encouraged is to discourage. So when parents are not involved, they don't supervise, they say no need to get tired, and there is no supervision. Children will have a good relationship with their parents. So although the children will appreciate that parents don't care about them at the start, but with time they're going to feel ill at ease, unhappy, dissatisfied with their situation at school, because even those kids who make noise, disrupt the lessons, disturb the teachers, interrupt lessons, are not really deep inside في العمق متاعهم are not happy, okay, and they don't feel positive about school. So here children will be positive about school when parents show interest in their education. It has no effect or no difference on a child's life. So when the parents don't care, here it has no effect on their life. That's why children are easily modeled, are easily changed. Okay, children will have no school, no social skills. So social skills. We talk about social life. When we say social life, we mean a life of with friends, how to communicate with people, how to be a sociable person. Because كما شفناها قبل, I think one time we saw that when children go to school, you are not only learning how to the ABCs or operations or methods or whatever. You are even learning social skills. It means the skills of being with others, to solve problems, to reconciliate with between two fighting friends, to keep secrets, to be there when there someone needs you, to have an impact on someone has an impact on you, to say no to bad things, to make mistakes, to learn from them. All of these things are helpful to the kids to learn, and that makes the importance of school. Now, in this text here, it's a little bit, I appreciate, I like it, a little bit funny. So, it's a retired teacher. Okay, I'm sick of people who know nothing about public schools or have not been in a classroom recently deciding how to fix our education system. So, I think this teacher is not satisfied. When you say is not happy, is she's complaining. So you have another bubble. So that teacher is dissatisfied. Yeah. So this teacher is yeah, she's dissatisfied with, okay, dissatisfied with, she is complaining about from the first two sentences, that this is a dissatisfaction letter. So go back to my table there. Where is it? Where are you? My table. Where are you? Where is it? It's over here. ما عملتش discourage على خاطر ظهرك اللي to complain, the verb complain, the noun complaint, and the adjective no need, we don't say complaining, a complaining person, but it's not common. Okay, so to complain, or here to dissatisfy or satisfy, the same word formation, dissatisfy or satisfy, the noun satisfaction or dissatisfaction, dissatisfaction. So it shows dissatisfaction. The same thing here. I don't want to put this satisfactory, etc. So this teacher is dissatisfied with the situation. The teachers are not the problem. Parents are the problem. She's attacking parents here. They are not teaching their children manners. Manners شوفوها déjà في module 3 about des manières. We say manners, we mean by that behavior. So manner manners, behavior, okay? So when we have good manners or bad manners, respect or even general knowledge of how to get along with others. So this is she's throwing the blame. She's throwing the blame on parents. So throw the blame. She's throwing the blame on the teachers, on the parents, sorry, who don't really teach their kids manners, respect. They don't teach them knowledge on how to get along with others, to have good relationship with others. The children come to school in shoes that cost more than the teacher's entire outfit, but have no pencil or paper. This shows that it's not question of money. It's a question of attitude. So when you go to school, it means without paper, without pencil, without your supplies, school supplies. It means you are careless person. You don't care about the teachers. The teacher who is teaching you is a kind of disrespect. So who provides them? The teachers often provide them out of their own pockets. So here it's the teacher who provides them with the pencils and the papers. When you look at schools that are failing, look at the parents and students. Do parents come to parents assembly? So we're blaming the parents that don't come because they are indifferent parents. Do they talk with the teachers regularly? Do they make sure their children do their homework? Do they have working telephone numbers? Do the students take notes in class? Do they do their homework? Do the students listen in class? Or are they the sources of class disruptions? Remember when you said to disrupt, to interrupt, to make noise, to disturb the class lesson. When you look at these factors, you will see that it's not schools that are failing, but the parents. Teachers cannot do their jobs and the parents' job. Until parents step up and do their job, nothing is going to get better. So Lisa Robinson here is writing a letter of complaint. She's not happy. She is dissatisfied with the situation. So the writer is still working. It's false, as we said here. The following statements are false. We correct them. She is, as I remember, as a retired teacher. So she is a retired. Um, what's that? Okay, so that's A. She's she's a retired she's a retired teacher. The parents, we change this to B also. Parents provide their children with their basic needs. No, the parents, yeah, come to school in shoes that cost but here entire outfit. Who provides them? Teachers often provide them with their own pockets. That's okay. So we can choose this one. Yeah, parents don't provide their children with the basic needs. Sometimes it's the teachers who provide them, although the teacher situation is not financially is not really very good. Now we explain the following sentence. It's not schools that are failing but parents. والله حبيت نسمعكم الحقيقة شلون باش تكتبوا لهنا. So from what we have seen so far, we said that yeah. So parents. This statement means that parents are responsible for their kids for their kids school performance performance, and she is yeah, she is throwing the blame. She's throwing the blame on the indifferent different parents who don't get involved in their children's education, and therefore for they fail to be a good student. So here, who failed? Who made the student fail? Is not school. It's not much homework given. It's not the teachers. They are parents. So this statement means that parents are responsible for their kids' school performance, and she is throwing the blame on the indifferent parents who don't get involved in their children's education, and therefore they fail to be a good student. So put words between brackets into the right form to get some here tips. This is what I give a focus on here. It's talk about the tips. Okay. Now parents should be more in their children's education. Be more involved in their children's education. This first one. Parents shouldn't be now here shouldn't be authoritarian shouldn't be authoritarian so that children can find it easy to communicate. Now if you have an authoritarian parent, we don't have an easy communication between children and parents. If and then so with them, and then tell them about their worries, because school children can have some worry, some problems, some learning problems. They can have some other violence problems or whatever that can disrupt them, they can disturb their learning process. So if they have problems, worries, and then at school, and then when they go back home, they find the authoritarian parents. It means they have other problems at home. So I don't think this guy is going to do well at school. Parents need to be more disciplinarian. That means the children are disciplinarian. So the children are but the children are disciplined. يعني ils sont disciplinés, but the parents are disciplinarian. It means they should not be really very lenient. Very they just indulge them, pamper them, يدلوا, spoil their kids. Okay, so they have to be strict. They have to be a little bit strict. يعني هنا تقريبا نجم نقولوا the word disciplinarian جاي من كلمة discipline means strict. Pupils should know that schools are a place to get, not to show off. Yeah, sometimes we've got some pupils who are wealthy and healthy, so they have lots of money. Sometimes their outfit is costs the salary of a teacher. By the way, even abroad, even in European countries, in America, even there, the teachers don't get much money from their job like other fields, other domains. So a place to get knowledge, not to show off. What does the writer dislike in pupils' behavior at school? Mention two things. So there are two things the teachers dislike about the children's behavior. So they come to school with no pencil or paper. What else? Yeah, I want to just check pupils' behavior. Yeah. Come to school, Behi, yeah, they are not teaching the children manners. Here I'll talk about ill-mannered pupils, irrespectful pupils, and then the source of class disruptions. Yeah, so you look at those factors, you see that so many things that she's blaming them for. Let's choose the first one. Is they come to class with no pencil or paper. They come to class. Yeah, so we start with the first one here. Come to class without school supplies. She said that they are rich enough to buy. It means sometimes because if you have some pupils who don't bring their school supplies, sometimes they are poor. But in this case, no. So they come to school with no school supplies. They lack manners, and respect to teachers. Yeah, she is also blaming those parents who don't come along to inquire about their kids or to check with the teachers. Okay, so information and supply. To supply here is to provide with the information. I don't know the word what it is the so information here yeah, it's a knowledge. Okay, when you know something, you got information about something, it means you have a good knowledge about the thing. According to you, are schools failing or its parents who are failing because they are neglecting their children? So here we can have two opinions about that. You can throw the blame on parents, or we can throw the blame on schools. But I think here I'm going to be in the middle. I think, for example, I think that both schools and parents play a role in building a successful pupil, business successful pupil by so I think that both schools and parents play a role in building successful pupil by providing him with the necessary with the necessary they provide the kids with necessary the information or necessary knowledge. Okay, knowledge. So from the part of I think that both schools and parents play a role in building successful pupil by providing him with the necessary knowledge about the importance of education, about the importance of education in a person's in a person's career. Now, yeah, here, what is common here? Point in common between a school, between teachers and parents. The point in common are both roles are to make this kid aware, to raise his awareness about the importance of being a successful person, because success starts from school. You can be successful without school, but it's really rare. We know that some leaders in the world now in business and then did not really finish their school studies, but it's clear that the majority, those who finish their school, they go further in life thanks to the school teachers who guide them, and thanks to the parents who are involved in their education. So I think both schools and parents play a role in building successful pupil by providing him with the necessary knowledge about the importance of education in a person's career. Okay. Yeah, so task 5, what should parents do to be involved in their children's education? Match the sentence pause to get the tips to follow. So now, if the parents now are playing a role, so if the parents don't know what to do, they have to follow these tips to know how to do what to do to make their children successful persons. Talk to one's child. Yeah, to talk to one child about his or her school plus E. Okay, so you talk with your child about his or her school performance or school day. What happened to you? Who talked to you? Did you understand this? Didn't you understand? Join the parent group. If you are a parent, the parent group at their children's school. So شنو هي سبعة؟ Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, هي مو خاطرها محطوطين فوق لا اوتوماتيكمون. Yeah, this is number 2. No, number 2. Sorry, this is 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Okay, so 1E, as we said, the 1E. Then 2, to talk to one's child. No, join the parent group at the school's children's school plus A. Okay, 3 plus be the homework coach and let the child take responsibility. So sometimes you have to be a coach, not to do the homework with the child, because sometimes you make the child feel lazy, or we don't teach them, because we don't want parents to teach the kids, don't have a pedagogy to teach them. Just give them the information without making them really draw it from from themselves. Okay, so to read to one's child, even old children can benefit from reading aloud. Okay, if you read, you can benefit from reading aloud. So 4 plus D. 4 plus D. Build a relationship with the child's. So if you got here child's, there is a possessive case here. It means there is a possession. So 4, 5 plus. So child's teacher. There is a noun here. We need a noun. So we build with the child's teacher and try to contact him or her. Now, this is the writing. So, what kind of parents do you have? So, do you have what should your parents do to help you to succeed in your education? So, this is the writing is composed of two parts. Part number 1 is to talk about your parents. So, what kind of parents they are involved or are not involved, and you can talk about what they should do or what they have already done to you to help you succeed in your education. But what is meant to from this activity is to use the new vocabulary in this lesson. Okay, that's all for now. I think 40 minutes of registration. I'm going to leave you this one. Do it, and then next session, inshallah, next year, same time, we are going to read. You're going to read for me your writing, and then I'll correct it on the spot, and then we go to lesson 1, introductory session, module 3. For it. Okay, I hope you'll be until then in good health and spirits. Bye bye.